All right, man. Detroit Pistons lose to the New York Knicks. I fear that they probably won't win another game. And also, to me, Little Caesars Arena it didn't have the energy that I thought it would come with. I mean, I understand the Palace. I think the Palace probably seated more people than Little Caesars. It's just to the naked eye. Uh, um, it seemed like it seated more people. So yeah, a little bit. 24,276. And Little Caesars Arena. They just don't seem like it had that energy. Or maybe because they shared so 20,000 332 for Little Caesars, but it didn't seem like that place was rocking like I thought it would be rocking. Maybe from watching the Detroit Lions and electricity, and obviously 40,000 plus more people. But yeah, I thought I would expect a lot more from from that. And I know people talking about the call they missed at the end of the game. The Pistons lost that game last night. Um, and the Knicks came in focused. Once again, didn't get much from the bench, but they got 31 from Cat, 30 from Bronson, 22 from OG, and 20 from Mikal Bridges. So if they're gonna do that, you most likely you're going to lose. You're going to lose the game, most likely. Um, uh, Isaiah Stewart not playing, that's hurting, but what's new? You've been having knee problems, and Tobias didn't do nothing. Tim Hardaway, showed up tonight. Kay showed up tonight. Duran showed up tonight, but the way they calling these touch fouls, everybody almost fouled out in the starting lineup. 5 fouls for Harris, 4 fouls for Thompson, 4 fouls for Hardaway, 5 fouls for Duran, 4 fouls for Kay Cunningham. So um, the bench, Malik Beasley has been a disappointment in this series. If Shooter giving you what he can give you, and Beasley was usually give you what he can give you, I mean they probably be a 3-0. I mean Paul Reed played well last night. I felt he played really well last night. Um, but ultimately, what this series is boiling down to is that um, Malik Beasley is not doing what Malik Beasley is supposed to do. He ain't showed up this series. He ain't showed up one iota this series. So honestly, I don't know what the issue is. Is it too much pressure on him? Uh, but that's what it boiled down to. Tobias Harris, he's been pretty good other than last night, but he's another guy that you really can't count on. Like really when you need him, as far as scoring, I mean, some of the matchups that he getting, it should be 20 points every night because he's getting switched on. He's getting switched on Bronson. And, that's another thing, man. Today's NBA, man, it really makes you think. It really makes you think today's NBA is that, you've seen the whole thing with Jaren Jackson Jr. He getting smaller guys on him, can't back him up. You see Cat get Tobias Harris on him, can't back him down. You see Tobias Harris get a small Jalen Brunson on him, can't back him down. Do y'all understand, like, when people say back in the day when Michael played against plumbers, if you let Kevin McHale get a Brunson on him, he getting 40-50. He getting 40-50. He getting 40-50 easy. Today's basketball players are not skilled. I keep telling y'all that. They're great athletes, but they're not skilled. I say it again and again and again. They're great athletes, but they are not skilled. Because if I get a guy that small, I'm going to punish him. Tobias Harris is settling for a 10 to 15 footer when he should be punishing Jalen Brunson in the post. Tell me I'm wrong. He should be punishing him in the post. That's switching that matchup. He should be punishing him. Drawing all types of foul, wearing him down. It's just like, that's another matchup that, Tobias is just so streaky with his scoring. And then he don't give a whole bunch in the rebound category, but he does bring stability defensively. But last night is just to the point where, the whole series is coming down to something that I don't really hear people talk about. It's really coming down to Malik Beasley's him not playing well this year. Serious. He do what he been doing all year. He hit the shots he been hitting. We up 3-0. Simple as that. So it's really boiling down. He's really the failing piece. You know, you don't got Jaden Ivey. That hurt them this season too. Like it or not, it hurt them in multiple ways. The inability to grow with Cade Cunningham, that was starting to kind of percolate. You know, the shooting that he was providing, and then he was starting to figure out, you know, how to harness his speed, and, you know, it hurt. That was a second best player, a second best scorer. It hurt. So, but last night just boiled down to that. And now that you're seeing that, you know, help is needed. You know, you can just wait and get help from Ivy and hope that Asar, and you hope that Ron Hollins, they develop as better shooters and scorers. Yeah, you can hope that. You know, but they do need help, and you know, the person that's been helping all year, who's been your second best scorer, is Malik Beasley, and then you don't have Stewart. Paul Reed is giving the effort, but you know, and Durn has stepped up in a major way, but you don't have Stewart. So a lot of that is hurting. A tremendous amount of that is hurting the Pistons. But it's an experience. I mean, they're hanging right there with a team with four really good players. And when you start talking about, it's really Cade versus four really good players, and that's no disrespect. Cade and Durant versus four really good pairs. I mean, Brunson, Towns, OG, Bridges. I mean, that's just what it is. Mitchell Robinson making a bunch of money too. He making a bunch of money too. So, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, you know, they got some developing to do some next year. Yeah, I don't think they'll win another game. I said they'll lose in 5. I don't think it's just experience, and then, you know, Beasley ain't stepped up. Beasley step up, man. They probably be prepared to close this shit out Sunday, but we'll see. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop video. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.